Hi everyone, it's Mel here. Welcome back to my channel. And you would have noticed that I have a different setup behind me. So I am upstairs and I thought it would be nice to film incorporating one of the things I absolutely love, which is art. Now for those that follow me on Instagram, if you don't, this is my Instagram name here. I love artwork and I do a lot of my selfie shots in front of one of my pieces downstairs. But this painting you see behind me is, yeah, one of my fave sort of modern art pieces. So I thought it would be nice to incorporate that in my videos as well. So in today's video, it's going to be something a little bit different. It's not something that I've filmed before, but how I came about the idea was I was going to clean some of my white shoes. And for all you girls that have white shoes, which I'm sure all of us own at least a pair, love white shoes. They look beautiful, but they get dirty pretty easily. So I thought it might be helpful just to share my tips and tricks in how I clean my leather shoes. So I'll be showing leather shoes and also my white patent shoes and what I use to clean them so they stay looking as pristine as possible. So let's get started and I will show you how I clean my shoes. So here are the items that I'll be using to clean my shoes with. So I've got some baby wipes, I've got some cotton buds, but you can use cotton wool if you want. I prefer using these, a plain white eraser and some nail polish remover. So let's get started. So the first pair of shoes I'm going to start off with is from Nine West. The Nine West is an Australian company that sell leather shoes. And this is my favorite pair of work shoes. And I'm just going to show you, they're pretty scuffed up. So you can see those kind of marks all up the front. If I turn it around the back, it's all around the back heel. It's all kind of scuffed and it's pretty dirty as well. And along the sides as well. Now, one thing to note about this patent shoe, I'm not sure if it's going to be the same as the patent you've got that you guys have. This is a patent leather shoe, not a patent PVC or a patent vinyl. And usually the way you can tell that is on the inside, on the composition leather, it will usually say leather upper or man-made upper, etc. So this is patent leather. And this particular patent does have a coating on it. Not all patents do, but this one does feel smoother than some of my other patent shoes. So that's just a point to note. Now, because of this coating, what I've found that works really well on this is just plain unscented baby wipes. So I'll just show you how I clean them now. So we'll start off from the side. I've just got a plain unscented baby wipe and I just rub it. And you can sort of see it getting most of the dirt off. So this will take the dirt off. It will not take all the scuff marks off, but I will show you how I remove the scuff marks a little bit later. So as you can see, all that mark has gone. I've still got a little bit of a scuff there. Now towards the back, that's obviously just dirt. That's just come straight off. So I'm just going back over some of the ones that I've missed. So I kind of rub in just circular motions, and yeah, for the ones that are a little bit, some of the scuffs are a little bit deeper, you just have to give it a bit more elbow grease. So as you guys can see, the tip of the toe is all clean now, the side, and I think the biggest difference is the heel. Before it was pretty scuffed up there. So now it's all clean, and the side again. So I'm pretty happy with that. So these are my Chanel shoes, my Chanel mules, and I got these a few months ago and I've worn them a few times. And what I've noticed is that it can get a little bit dirty. It's not too dirty now, but I just want to show you, if you start taking care of your shoes early on, what I do after each one or two wears is I actually use a plain white eraser. So let me show you really close up what can happen with this shoe. Now, can you see that there's just a little bit of scuffing along that corner. So what I do is I just get a plain white eraser and very, very gently, I just rub it in circular motions along the side. So just do it really gently because this is 100% leather. And when it's designer shoes, I'm always extra, extra careful, and I tend to really take my time. So just a plain white eraser, guys. So I'm just rubbing really lightly in circular motions. Can you see that it's already improving? So I will just keep doing that. Okay, so can you guys see now how much better that is? So what I did was I just gently rubbed it with a white eraser, and look, it's not 100%, but it is pretty good. And I think after 1 or 2 wears, you'll notice little bits where it's blackened, and just go through that over a white eraser. If possible, get a white eraser as clean as possible. This one is a new one. Another area where I tend to have sort of blackened marks is on the heel and along this sort of tip, but I've already cleaned that previously, so it hasn't gotten darker, but I have actually used my white eraser along this sort of edge because that gets a little bit black there too. So I just thought I wanted to mention that. So for any leather shoes, guys, just a plain white eraser. Just wanted to show you guys another example of me using my white eraser, and this is on my Salvatore Ferragamo shoes. And as you can see from the inside, these are well loved. I've had these for about 6 years, and they're in pretty good shape for 6 years. And the upper tends to be okay. Where I get the worst wear is on the heel. So let me show you an example of how I get those marks off as much as possible. Like I said, it's not 100%, but it keeps it looking as best as possible. This one isn't in as great condition because when I first cleaned it, I just used baby wipes. Don't use baby wipes, guys, on leather. Just use an eraser. That was my mistake. So let me just show you. Okay, so can you see the heel is a lot blackened? That's a lot worse than my Chanel ones. Plus, these are a lot older. So as I said, just a plain white eraser and circular motions, and just rub away. Don't go too hard. This won't fix everything, but it will help it look much better because this does rub. Don't rub too hard because it will rub the leather sort of off. So I go quite light on any of my sort of designer shoes, as I mentioned with my Chanel ones. These ones I'm not taking as much care because I've had them for 6 years, and I initially wrecked them a little bit with my baby wipe, but I'll just show you. I'm just rubbing in circular motions. Can you see already it is looking better than what it was before? So I'm just going to keep going over it. Okay, guys, I think that, as you can see, that's taken probably about 80% of that sort of blackened area off. And so I would say every couple of times you wear the shoes, just give it a rub with an eraser, because this won't be perfect, because when I initially got it, as I said, I used the baby wipe, which didn't help, and I did not use my eraser trick. So it was pretty black before, but I'm pretty happy with how that looks. It looks a lot better than what it did before. And finally, these are patent PVC or patent vinyl shoes. These were really, really cheap. They probably only cost me $20. They're from Missguided. And so they're they're different from the first pair I showed you, which was in patent leather. So start off with a baby wipe and just give the shoe just a general clean. Okay, guys, so I've taken most of the marks off. And there are still some things on the heel there that won't come off with a baby wipe. Now, I do not recommend using this on patent leather, but patent PU or PVC shoes that are cheaper, I don't mind using this because it does strip the patent back a bit. So for these sort of marks, what I do is I use nail polish remover and a cotton wipe. So what I do is I just put some nail polish remover on the cotton bud, and I will come up close again so you can see those marks there, and I use that. Ta-da! So it removes it. So anything that is like a deeper scuff that a baby wipe doesn't remove, use nail polish remover. It gets it looking, oh, there's a little bit more on the heel. It helps it looking all pristine again. So look at that heel, it's all clean again. So these shoes weren't too bad, but I think patent is quite notorious to scuff. So if you do have deep scuffs, just use nail polish remover. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that little how-to video in how I clean my white shoes from some of my cheaper shoes to my designer shoes. Let me know in the comments below if you found that useful or if you like this kind of type of video, or even if you have any tips or tricks you use to clean your shoes, because sharing is caring and I think we all want to keep our shoes in as best condition as possible. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye.